Hello fellow crafters, this is Poet Spice Jamie Little Tallulah, and I am here to do a very serious video. I am not a lawyer, as you know, I teach. However, I have not seen many of the crafters that I watch talking about this subject. Now, I've been aware of it because of other things that I watch, and this is a serious issue on YouTube. If you do not know, and I'm not claiming to know every single item, inch, whatever of this, but if you do not know, YouTube was fined, I don't know how many millions of dollars because of a suit with the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission, and they regulate, content on television and other things like that. And the settlement requires that YouTube pay them the money, as well as they are now going to be going after creators for content. Now, it's called COPPA, and it's the Children's Online Protection something. I forget what it is, but it's basically about content for children, and that they are not supposed to collect personal information for children under 13. And if you know, everybody knows on YouTube that people of all ages watch videos. So the FTC is coming down hard on YouTube creators. They said they were going to. I'm going to put some links in the description below where you can see other videos of people who have gone into more in-depth information for you. And I just want to put this video out there because I have not seen very many crafters talking about it, and it is going to affect everyone drastically. So January 1st, 2020, they are going to start going after people who are providing children or child content or items that look like child content, and the fine for each video that they deem child directed or appeal to children, and that has not been declared so, they can go up to a $42,000 fine per video. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up to my crafters is because of the idea that all crafts are child directed, which of course we all know is not true. I mean, yeah, none of the stuff I do is basically child directed. But if you go and look at these other videos that I'm going to put in the description box below, it's not just that it's child directed, but that it appears to be. And we all know as crafters, a lot of the stuff that we use, say for example, Gorgeous Girls, are dolls. They look like stuff little kids would play with. We also know that you have we get our images and so forth, and they're like reindeers and Santa Clauses and, little fishes and mermaids and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff would be child appealing, even though it's not geared towards children. We all know that, most kids don't have credit cards, so they can't go and buy stuff from our online shops, which is usually what we're discussing. But yeah, so for example, you could put up a video that talks about how to color an image that you've gotten from an online shop, like a Sizzix, say a Sizzix stamp or die or whatever. And because it looks like Santa Claus, and you're making a card with it or coloring with it, and children could be appealing, it could be appealing to children because it is Santa Claus. If you do not mark that video as child content, you could be fined $42,000, up to $42,000. So this is why I'm bringing this up, because Sandy brought it up, and then I've seen tons of videos over the last couple weeks. And if you are a YouTube creator, they sent out an email the 12th, I think, of November. And also, if you go back and look at your videos, YouTube did like a robotic bot kind of, we'll check to see what your videos are like. So they went through and marked videos as children friendly or child content. So this is something that you seriously need to think about. And like at this point, I'm considering not doing YouTube videos because, number one, if you do not list your video as child content friendly or geared towards children, and the FTC, not YouTube, the FTC, and that is the federal government. So not just like, oh, YouTube's doing whatever they want to do. The federal government can say, hey, we think your video is geared towards children, and so we can fine you. And if you go and look at these other videos that give you more in-depth information, you will see where the FTC, in their interview or discussion, whatever you want to call it, literally says they're going to come after content creators on YouTube. So that pretty much ruins all of us who do crafting, unless they change the law and the scope of it. So like I said, I'm going to put these other videos that I've watched that I think you should watch down in my description box. And I'll probably keep adding to the list, because this is going into effect January 1st. And they're already doing things to like go through and see what you've got. And if you don't do this properly, you literally can face federal penalties. And you know what? I don't make any money on my videos. I don't monetize my videos. So if there's some money happening, it's not coming to me. It's going to YouTube. So, you know, it's just ridiculous to be in all honesty. It's just ridiculous that they're taking this broad sweeping scope without even actually paying attention to what people are doing on their channels. So like I said, I might not even be on YouTube anymore, because the rules and the law is so broad, and yet it's not specific about what is child and what is not child, that it's ridiculous. So when you look at these other videos, you know, sometimes they come out with this stuff that says this and that, and it's like no big deal or whatever. But it is a big deal now, because the federal government is coming in to go through it and regulate stuff. And they don't have YouTube channels. They don't pay attention to the fact that, okay, yes, I'm an adult, but if I am going to put, you know, a picture showing you how to do a card, but the card has little forest animals on it, so now all of a sudden my video is child friendly. Yeah. Anybody with common sense realizes that that's not the case. But if you don't label it that way, you are subject to being fined. And then they go on to say some other things like having your account removed and so forth and so on. And yeah, so I wanted to put this video out there for all my crafty people who do either haven't heard about it, didn't hear any, you know, don't know specifically what's going on. And also if you didn't realize the time frame, because I did not realize the time frame. You think January 1st, but it's like, oh, January 2020. That's like 35 days away or something like that. So it's not a lot of time. Additionally, it also includes your backlog of videos. So if you could have videos from like 2012 that you don't even know remember you put up. And if you don't go back and fix that video and it looks like it could be child content, you can get fined for a video from 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. So I just wanted to put this out there so that people on my channel would know and be able to go back and protect themselves and basically decide, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, y'all know I teach, but basically decide whether you want to continue doing YouTube videos or not. Because if you mark them, this is the problem, like, if you mark the video as child friendly or child content, you can't get comments, you can't get monetized, you can't, like, there's a certain amount, they talk about you could lose 60 to 90% of your revenue as far as that go. Like I said, I don't monetize my videos anyway, so I wouldn't know how much you get paid for it. And so forth. And the biggest thing is that your comments are turned off. So I am an adult and I can go watch some other crafter's video, but because it's marked as child content, to protect yourself against lawsuits and fines, you can no longer get comments. So like, what's the point in doing a video? So I just want to put this out there so that everybody can know or have heard of it in the crafting world that watches me, if you have not heard about this, because, you know, that's ridiculous. That is totally ridiculous. First of all, charging an individual person, particularly somebody who doesn't even have a big following, is ridiculous. But one of the lines that I particularly remember of the FTC guy saying is that, you know, this is going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. YouTube's the barrel and the creators are the fish, which means they're coming after people for their videos. So overall, this is such a stupid thing to begin with, because number one, parents should be paying attention to what their kids are doing instead of the government raising their children. How about that? And two, there is YouTube Kids. So if it's all that, put that over there. Or how about separate the two so that's not YouTube anyway? Make it a different platform totally, and then go over there. But, you know, hey, what do I know? I'm just saying, people seem to make things so difficult when it doesn't have to be. It's ridiculous. So I know this is a long rambling video, but I thought it was important to go out there and put that information out there so that other crafters could know. And we seriously would be hit hard by this, because almost everything we do is going to fall under something in that thing that says child friendly. We use images of bears and Rudolph, and we have papers that have like fairies and unicorns on it, and we make, you know, crafting in general is on the list. It says child arts and crafts. So even though we know takes skill for child, what we do, somebody who doesn't know would still be like, oh, that's a craft, so it's children. And it's just ridiculous. So I will probably be putting out some videos here that'll be talking about where I'm going to be, because I think what is going to happen, because I'm not going to be paying a fine for something that's just crazy. So, especially since I don't make any money on YouTube. I make no money on YouTube. All my videos go up. I got a couple videos that have over 50,000 views on them, and I get nothing for that. So, yeah. So I will probably, I don't know, I'm still thinking about whether I'm going to or not keep making videos in January. If I do, it'll definitely be labeled child content, unless they change the broad scope, because so much of the stuff that we do would fall under there. They say bright colors and music, and just go look at the broad scope of it. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. So anyway, let me stop rambling, because I want to go ahead and load this up so that you can see, and I want to go ahead and put some of those links to those videos that I saw and watched in the description box below. So if this video goes up and there aren't the links there, just know that I'm going back to find the video and put them in, find the video and put them in. But yeah, so I'm going to let you go now, and hopefully you will think about this and definitely go watch the videos. Anybody who creates content in the crafting world, gaming world, anything that could be at all remotely considered a kid would like it. So art, go definitely watch these videos. They also, in those videos, have places to petition and to comment on to the FTC about what they're actually doing to YouTube. So just keep in mind that by January 1st, YouTube probably is not going to be, well, it's not going to be what it is now. And we'll have to find other places. So I might start a Patreon, have to look into that. I guess I'll have to start a blog, and I might open up my Facebook group so that it's just everybody who follows me here can go over to Facebook and follow me there. So that's all I have for you, ladies and gents. So go check it out for yourself so you will be ready before, and don't get caught with your pants down. See ya.